A lot of people want to get rich, that's a fact, but very few know how to actually pull it off. And in this video, I'm not going to talk about, yeah, you have to start this business and you have to start doing that and all this kind of stuff. No, I'm giving you a very broad breakdown on how building a business and going from 0 to 1 million actually looks like. Because there are 3 different stages that you have to master, and every single stage requires different tasks and different to-dos from you. So stay tuned, I'm gonna break everything down. Now, let's start. So it doesn't matter if you're a bloody beginner who never did anything in his life, or if you're already some entrepreneur pushing like 200k a month. Either way, you're gonna get some value out of this video, so stay tuned. So let's start with complete beginners. You're an amateur and you're earning anything between 0 and 5 grand a month. You're barely doing a living, but you really don't have any clue on how to do stuff. Since this is an OFM based channel, I'm gonna also put everything into perspective with OnlyFans management. Let's say you're making like 2 or 3 grand a month. What you're currently doing is you're just starting to learn marketing and selling methods. You're just starting to learn everything. You're figuring stuff out and you're understanding the business you're in. So in the first amateur stage, let's call it like that, in the amateur stage, all you do is just about figuring stuff out. You can't expect to just become a millionaire in a couple of weeks. Your job is to first just understand what you're doing, because your competition is like running laps around you. They're already up here and you're here. So your job is learn the business, learn what needs to be done, and learn what your job even is. And if it's about making the first money, you don't have to get very creative. We can take any business, but let's start with OnlyFans management, right? If you're just a complete beginner, you don't have to fuck around with like employees and all this stuff. You can be very basic. Your business right now can be just pure manual work, because your main job is to just make the first money, the first couple bucks, you know, see that it works, make the first money, be like, yo, this fuels you, you know, that's like the coolest thing ever in business. Just starting out seeing, oh, it actually kind of works. That's what you want to achieve. So even if you're in OnlyFans management, if you just message people on Instagram, right, from your model account saying, hey, do you want to subscribe to my OnlyFans? It's a shit idea, but at least you get some subscribers, you make some money. You know what I mean? So you don't have to get very fancy with the best marketing method and the perfect plan. No, it's just about starting out and doing something. So manual work, post on Reddit, post on TikToks, message people on Instagram, hang a flyer in the city, I don't care. But at least you're starting and you're just getting as much information as possible. And if you're on this video, you're on the right path. If you just join the free Telegram community with over 3,800 like-minded agency owners, you will get every answer and every information you need to make $1 million. So there's no reason to not do it. But for now, let's get to the second stage, because here is where it gets really fucking interesting. Let's call it the advanced stage. So you're making anything between 5 grand and 50 grand a month. You're doing good, but not that good. You know, there's still room for improvement, and of course, this is not your end goal. But your methods, your systems, your structures have been shown to be effective. They obviously work, and your job is the following. Right now at this stage, you want to improve the current methods and slowly automate them. Because if you followed the first advice, you're doing everything pretty much manually. You didn't have the time or the money to automate things with like employees or softwares, all this kind of stuff. Now's the time to slowly start with that. Not out of laziness. You shouldn't hire employees to do something because you're a lazy fuck, but you should start hiring people so you have more time to invest into things that have a higher return of invest. And also you want to improve the methods, because right now, you can look at the numbers and see what works. Let's take, for example, TikTok marketing at OnlyFans management. You post 10 videos, and 8 of those 10 videos, they make like 2,000 views, but 2 of them, they make 50,000 views. So there's obviously a proof of concept, and at the point you are right now, your main objective for the day should be, you look at the numbers and you're like, okay, these 2 videos have obviously done better. What's the reason behind that? Why did they do better? Okay, maybe the outfit is more appealing sexually. Maybe the background is more interesting. I've got a whole video about how to go viral on TikTok here. But now you can start looking at the numbers and just improving your systems based on the feedback that the numbers give you. This is like the most important thing in business, and this never stops, by the way. You have to continue doing that, but now is the point where it actually gets relevant. If you're just a beginner and you have like 3 TikToks, well, one has like 1 view, one has 3 views, one has 5 views, you don't know shit. Because 99% chance the content is just shit anyway. Like there's nothing to learn from. But at between 5 and 50K, you can start actually learning from the numbers and actually understanding your business and doing the right steps based on that. And also, like I said in the beginning, now you can start automating. So if you want to hire some chatters for your profile, if you want to get some VAs to do Reddit for you, all this stuff, now's the part where you can slowly start with that. But as I said in previous videos, don't get too hyped about that. Don't hire like 50 people because that's gonna make it impossible for you to scale. And also I doubt that you don't have enough time to handle things yourself. I mean, you've done it before. So outsource the chatting, maybe some Reddit, but that's it. Don't hire too many people. It's time for that in the next stage. The next stage being, let's say, professional stage. You're making anything between 50 grand and 200 grand a month, and you're obviously doing good. Your numbers show that your business works, and now you have the time and the money to take things fucking serious. Because now you just transitioned from a random entrepreneur in front of his MacBook in his mom's basement to a CEO. That's effectively what you are, or what you should be at least. You're the CEO now. And what the CEO does is not manual work. You're not trying to keep the business alive, you're trying to bring the business forward. In order to keep your business alive, you should automate the things. You have employees to manage the chatting, you have employees to manage the traffic, you just have to give them directions. Basically, you do the creative work and your employees do the manual work. Because it's very hard to teach someone creativity and you should be the best at that. So for example, with TikToks or with like content ideas, with brandings, you think about something, you create something that you want to do, and your employees just follow the orders and execute it the right way. If you hired the right people, of course. But your main vision should be to bring the business forward and not to keep it alive. Like I said, because that's what you're best at. Everyone can chat on OF and make money. That you shouldn't do that. Your time is way more valuable if you put it into things that bring a vision into your company and into your agency. Because right now you want to scale. You want to scale heavily, and you can do that horizontally or vertically. Horizontally means, for example, you are currently working with 2 creators and you say, okay, you know what, double it. We're working with 4, with 8, whatever. You're scaling horizontally, you're bringing more numbers in. And on the same time, you also want to scale vertically. So you want to say, okay, these 2 creators make the most money by far. We're doing something right. Let's just hyper focus on them and just scale them completely to the sky. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna think about everything we can improve and just get from 50 to 80K of this creator to like 200-300K. So you want to scale massively, and this will take the majority of your time while also managing the employees. And as every one of you who has employees, you know it's a fucking full-time job. You have to call with them, control them, you have to give them orders, you have to motivate them, you have to give them some kind of vision, you have to pay them. It's a full-time job. So make sure to spend your time wisely, and I guarantee you, your business will improve further than you could ever imagine. Like I said, join the free Telegram community over the link in the bio and get the 100% free chatting ebook in the bio as well, so you know how to make money with OnlyFans management in the DMs. That's it for the video. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.